How to get a 3 viewer average on Twitch. This video is part of a series, How to Become a Successful Twitch Streamer. This is How to Become a Successful Streamer, where I help you reach your full potential. Enjoy the ride! This series is not sponsored at all, no sponsored content in it, so I would appreciate it if you press that subscribe button. We also have some cool Stream Smarter Not Harder merch. So if you're interested in this Stream Smarter Not Harder merch, go to Trui.tv, this is our website, and buy some of the Stream Smarter Not Harder merch. To get a 3 viewer average on Twitch, we first need to know how is a 3 viewer average calculated. Well, it's an average, so it's calculated like an average would be calculated. So for example, if you stream for 1 hour, if people watch for 1 hour, you need 3 people to get a 3 viewer average. However, if you stream a lot of the time, people don't really watch for 1 hour. They don't watch your full stream, meaning that you do not need just 3 people, but you're gonna need more people. So let's say you stream 1 hour and people only watch for 10 minutes each. Then the amount of people that you would need to get a 3 viewer average for this 1 hour stream is the amount of times 10 minutes fits in an hour, which is 6 times, because this is the amount of people that you need to get a 1 viewer average. And that times 3 for a 3 viewer average. 6 times 3 is 18. So you would need 18 people to get a 3 viewer average for an hour stream if people only watch 10 minutes. You can imagine that if you stream for 24 hours and people only watch 10 minutes, you're gonna need a lot of people to just get a 3 viewer average. So keep in mind, the longer you stream, and the less time people watch, the more people you're gonna need to fill that 3 viewer average with. So most people do not watch your full stream, right? You start your stream, people are not there the second you start your stream, even if they want to. Like, even if they're super dedicated and they want to be there the second that you start your stream, they're gonna need a couple minutes to realize that you are streaming. So they're not going to be there the second that you start your stream. And they probably have to leave before you end your stream. And these are the people that are super dedicated. But there's also some people that just drop in for 10 minutes. And this all makes it that you're going to need a lot more people than just 3 to fill that 3 viewer average with. So a 3 viewer average might sound very easy to achieve, because it sounds like you just need 3 people. But that isn't the case most of the time. So now we know that if you stream longer, you're going to need more people to get a 3 viewer average. What would be the recommended amount of time to stream? I would say a 3-hour stream is probably a great amount of time to start with. It's enough time to build up an audience, so give people the time to stop by, to see that you're live, notice that you're live, but not super long that people are gonna stop falling out. Because you want to stop at your peak, basically. You want to stop at the point that you have most viewers. You don't want to stream longer than the point where people are going to leave and you start seeing that curve. Because a normal viewer curve would go like this. And you don't want to stop when your viewer curve is already going down. What we don't want to do is spread our viewers thin over the amount of hours that we're streaming. So because we only stream for 3 hours and not for like 6 hours, people are forced to all stop by in those 3 hours and not in the 6 that we would otherwise stream. Meaning that the average of those 3 hours is going to be higher than it would be for the 6 hours. How many days should you stream then? If you want to reach Twitch affiliate, I do not recommend streaming every day. Streaming every day is very hard, especially because it costs a lot of time and effort, mostly because you don't have any time next to your stream anymore. Again, the same reason as why you wouldn't stream super long hours. For the amount of days, if you stream every day, people are spread out over the days and they would come visit you every other day maybe, or once a week. And this way, you're spreading out your average viewers. Where if you would stream only 3 days a week, for example, then you would combine everybody into those 3 days, and people are forced to watch you in those 3 days, or not watch you at all. That happens, right? But they are forced to only visit you during those hours. That way, it's more likely to raise your average viewers. In the long run, if you do want to grow, you can definitely stream more than 3 days a week. However, I would definitely recommend for Twitch affiliate to take it easy on yourself and just only do the 3 days a week. If you do have time to do more than 3 days in a week and you want to concentrate on growing your stream, there's other things you can do. One of the things would be networking. I do have a video on networking right here, so I would definitely recommend checking that one out. Networking on Twitch and networking on other platforms is intensely good for your stream. You can get people to rate you, but you can also just make friends and getting to know how you should improve your stream. You can learn a lot from other streamers as well. It's not just about getting rated and getting new followers, but it's also learning new things about streaming that makes it super, super valuable. And next to networking, you can also make clips from your streams and post them on social media. You can also make YouTube videos about the games you play on the streams, and you can become an expert in them. What do I mean with this? Because that might not be super clear. You can make videos about, for example, if you stream Dead by Daylight, you can make a video about which perks are good for which killer. For example, if you play Trapper, what perks should you pick? Or a video on how to evade the killer as long as you can as a survivor. Another genre game, for example, Stardew Valley. You can make a video about how to get a community center in year 1. Another genre, Apex Legends, how to get good and get a win every time you play. Or which weapons to pick up and which ones to leave behind. I can come up with so many video ideas right now, but it really depends on what game you want to play. Are there weapons you can talk about? Are there special perks you can talk about? Are there things you work towards, goals? Are there Steam achievements? Are there other in-game goals? Are there questions people might have? Are there questions you had before playing the game and understanding the game? Ask your community questions. Are there questions you get in chat often? Maybe things like that. You can make videos about on YouTube, and YouTube has a search engine. YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google, which is also owned by YouTube, so your videos might also pop up on Google itself. But if you have these searchable terms, your videos might be searched and might be found, and this way you have searchability, where your Twitch stream doesn't have any searchability. Meaning that you can be found, people can find your videos, people might watch your videos and then find your Twitch stream through them. You have an extra chance to be found basically by employing a different tactic of making content. I understand this costs a lot of effort. And I know that not everybody is up to it. But this is a guide on how to become a successful Twitch streamer, not just a Twitch streamer. Now the next thing we want to do is get rid of the 0 mark. The 0 viewers on your Twitch stream. How are we going to do that? It's opening our own stream. Yep, you can be your own first viewer. I know it's like liking your own tweets. If you don't like your own content, why would others do it? So does it matter? Just open your own stream. Now you only need 2 more viewers instead of 3. And if you stream for 3 hours and people watch for 10 minutes, well, you can calculate how many viewers you have to, get less to get that Twitch affiliate. Then you can also ask people you know for a favor. So people from soccer, maybe people from school, some friends, IRL friends you have, people from work, maybe your parents, your family, your sister, your brother, your grandparents. Hey, maybe they have an account, maybe they have a laptop or an iPad. My grandma has an iPad. I know it. She knows half how to use it. She knows how to use Facebook. But if they have trouble making a Twitch account, just help them make a Twitch account. Mark your Twitch stream as their favorites in their browser. Set your stream up on their phone or on a laptop or on their computer. And then they can watch you when you're live. Or, even if they're doing some laundry or doing anything else, they can put your stream on. Maybe they're listening to it, maybe they're not. But at least it will help you for that 3 viewer average. And yes, it is better if they are interacting with chat and they are actually watching, but at least they're helping you reach your goal of getting the Twitch affiliate right now, and you are getting a little bit further to become that successful Twitch streamer right now at this moment. And I know there's gonna be people saying like, but I don't know anybody IRL, I don't have any friends. Well, I did not have any friends that were interested in doing anything gaming related. I had 2 friends IRL, which were disgusted by the idea that I was gonna be a streamer. They did not want to come in at all. I was kind of a normie before I started. My boyfriend had friends online, which I spoke to, but they weren't my friends, so they did not come in because they weren't my friends, they were his friends. So they didn't care about me. I made an account for my parents, so my parents turned up. Well, I made them turn up. And my boyfriend did. So eventually I made it. And to help these people know when you're gonna be live, have a schedule. You can say like, yeah, but I'm gonna go live whenever, but it's gonna be really hard reaching the average viewers if people don't know when they're gonna have you tapped. And yes, they're not gonna remember your schedule out of their heads. They're not gonna know like, oh, you're gonna be live at 8 PM on a Wednesday, but they're gonna be remembering your schedule and how it fits in their life schedule. What do I mean? They're gonna remember, oh, normally they're live after I have dinner or before soccer practice. I usually watch them. This is why you have them. Getting people to put your stream on at a certain moment in the day in their schedule and making that normal thing. Because this way, people know your schedule, but they don't really know which times, but they do know it because they always have it at a certain moment in their day routine. They know how you fit into their lives, basically. I'm currently reading this book, Hooked, which is all about building habits and teaching people how to build habits. I definitely recommend the book. I've been reading it and I'm like halfway through, but it's basically telling that if you have a brand that you want people to form a habit around your product. So if you have people to have this habit of turning on your stream before dinner, after dinner, or whatever in their schedule, this is the perfect thing to have for your product, your stream. I'll leave a link to the book Hooked underneath in the description for anybody interested in reading it as well. I don't really want to talk about this, but I do need to talk about follow for follow. I've talked about it in the past a lot, but this is a guide on how to become a successful Twitch streamer, and I can't really not talk about follow for follow that way. It seems to be a great idea to get 50 followers because it's an easy way to get the 50 followers to just follow people that also need the 50 followers. But they're basically empty followers because these people are never going to show up in your stream. They do not care about you and they're never going to care about you or your stream. Meaning that they're not going to be part of your average viewer ever again. So, yeah, they might help you for the 50 followers, but no, they're not going to help you for the average viewers at all, or ever in your life for your stream. So they're not going to make you a successful Twitch streamer. They're just going to be helping you with the 50 followers. I don't think it's a good idea. It's a shortcut to the 50 followers, yes. But it's not going to help, so I do not recommend doing it. It costs more effort than it's actually worth, because I think that if you have the 3 viewer average, you will get that 50 follower count anyway. An important thing is that you should pick a good game to stream, because if you pick the wrong games to stream, people are not going to hop in. And what is a good game to stream? I've said it before, it's non-saturated game. Meaning that people need to be able to find your stream in this game category. So here I do have the discovery page of Twitch. We do have some games here that are highly saturated. For example, Fortnite. Well, nowadays it sorts by recommended for me. But as you might notice, a lot of these people have quite some average viewers. Although some of these have 7 views, but a lot of these have over 100 viewers as well, right? Because recommended for you is something that is different for every person, I can't tell if your stream is gonna show up in that. But if you have a 0 viewer average, I'm gonna tell you it's most likely not gonna show up in anybody's discoverability. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this from high to low. And now we're gonna see that if we're gonna scroll, it's gonna take me a while to get to somebody with 1 viewer. There's just a lot of people in here that are streaming Fortnite. By the way, my tag's on English right now, so you only see people that are streaming English. But here are the people with 1 viewer average. All these streams before you can find somebody with 1 viewer average. Let me go to a different category. Let me go to Little Company here, for example. And now we're gonna scroll. And scroll. And here's the 1 viewer average. So 1 viewer average is right here. And it's only this far away. Meaning that people do not have to scroll this far. Meaning that the chance that people do scroll this far is a lot bigger. How can we know? You just sort this on high to low viewers. The first row, usually too saturated. Second row, depends. Click on it. Mario here, definitely not saturated. Just 3 viewers. If you're gonna be one of these, well, you're gonna be in the 4th spot. People will definitely find you. Counter-Strike here. You can see a lot more people are streaming that. Just scroll through it and see, would I scroll this far? Basically ask yourself the question, would I scroll this far? Another thing you can do, click on your icon here, go to create a dashboard, analytics, overview, and then here it says category suggestions. And here it basically tells you, so the average view count on this is 8 viewers. And if I would be streaming this, I would be on position 3. It calculates that depending on my viewer average, and my viewer average is higher than 8 normally, so it thinks I will be on the 3rd position if you sort it from high to low viewers. Now here on Palia, you would see that on average people have a little bit of a higher view count, but there's also more people streaming it. On average, there's more than 400 people streaming it. And therefore, I would only be on position 16. So you will see that the discoverability in this category is a lot lower, but the average viewers in this category is higher. So if you're gonna get discovered, you might have more people that are watching. So it could be that, yes, there are less people streaming it, but there are also less people viewing it. Where Palia might be that more people are viewing it as well, right? So there is a balance in this. Party Animals, 15 viewer average, 134 people streaming it, and it estimates that I will be in position 3. This one sounds really good to me. It has a higher viewer count than Palia, and it has a same position as Paper Mario would here. And basically what we can filter by all genres as well, and then it's gonna tell me here what kind of games it would recommend for me. Super Mario World, an anger fruit. I don't know what anger fruit is. I haven't heard of that, but it definitely recommends that for me. Apparently it wants me to do slots. I do not do any gambling. But yeah, you can see marbles on stream. Zelda, Legend of Zelda, definitely something I would do. Code Names. Ooh, I love that board game. Super Mario Galaxy 2. There are billions. Oh, I love that game. I love that game. So basically you can go through here and see what Twitch will recommend for you. You can also do it like action games, and it's just gonna say like which action games are recommended for your channel. So this is personal. So these are personal recommendations for me and not per se for you as well. But they're most likely also gonna work for you, if that makes sense. Something that's also important is picking a good stream title. Stream titles are another thing to get people to click on your stream. If you have a bad stream title, you're basically missing a chance of people clicking on your stream and coming into your stream. It's basically like on YouTube. If there's a title and it's enticing to you, you click on it, right? With a title, you can make something unique out of your stream. If you're playing the same game as everybody else, you can say why your stream is unique. Or you can make it clickbaity. An example of making your stream unique would be, for example, if you're playing Stardew Valley, saying that you're playing Winter Year 3. This way people know what you're doing. You're in the season Winter, and you are in Year 3. But you can also say that you're doing 100% any speedrun. This way you're also unique because you are speedrunning the game. And people are knowing, hey, you know, we're not gonna see some relaxing gameplay, we're gonna see a speedrun right here. I want to take my friend right here as an example real quick. She has in her title drops, which is Twitch drops, so makes her stream unique, but also is a bit clickbaity, because this way people know that they're gonna be Twitch drops here. Like my explanation in Stardew Valley, she is saying, like, in Once Human's season day 2 of building her base. She's also saying that she's an official creator from Once Human, which makes it, again, unique. So she's trying to make her stream unique, but also these are all tags that are relatable to the stream. Relatable to the game she's playing, and she's actually explaining what she's doing in this game that is different from other people that might be doing the same game. Another example of a good stream title here is Corvinus1. He's a professional Age of Empires 4 player, and his stream title here is Free for All. So they're doing free for all games, and he will be doing team games later and 1v1 games. And he does have free coaching guides on his Discord server. So basically, he's saying what this stream is about is the free for all team games and the 1v1s. And he's giving a little bit of a clickbait, which is the free coaching guides on his Discord server. So he's making use on both the clickbait and saying why this stream is unique from other people that are doing the same thing, making Age of Empires 4 content. Something actionable for this video I want you to do is think of a game that you want to play on stream next stream that you're gonna go live. And I want you to come up with 10 title ideas for a stream for this video game. If you're gonna stream this game more than once, yes, you can use one of these titles for another upcoming stream. But I want you to get used to thinking of titles and thinking of like what are good titles to come up for your stream. And we talked a lot about how to get people into your stream. What if you're there in your stream and nobody's just there yet? You are there sitting alone and nobody's there. How do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to yourself when nobody is watching? Because that's a really difficult question. And that question we're going to answer in the next video. This is a series on how to become a successful streamer, and I hope to see you in the next video, how to talk to yourself when nobody is watching.